Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. Last week's Motherboard Monday, we took a look at the Gigabyte Aorus Z390 Xtreme Waterforce. This week, we're taking a look at its just as bonkers non-water-cooled brother. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that button right now and turn on that little bell to receive notifications. We upload basically every single day of the week, so do yourself a big old favor and make sure you're subscribed. In this video, we're checking out the Gigabyte Z390 Aorus Xtreme that, like I mentioned, is basically the same board as the Waterforce board, except they put heat sinks on it and made it look not so naked without the water block on it. Let's check it out. Motherboard Mondays, what do we got here? The Z390 Aorus Xtreme. Okay, let's get this motherboard out of the box. Come on, mate, pick up the plastic. Let's get this out of the way. Come on, we'll come back to you at the end. Let's see what else we get in this big old box for this motherboard. All right, what's this? Ooh, it's a lot of stickers. These stickers are very, very cool looking. Let's take a closer look. How many there are? So many. You guys like stickers? They're cool, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, let's move on. What do we got? We got the Aorus RGB fan commander. If you saw the Waterforce video that we did last week, you will know what's in this, but we're quickly going to run over it again because I'm a nice guy and that's the kind of stuff that I do. Alright, so what do we got here? This part here is the RGB controller. It's got 8 inputs for lighting. It's got SATA for power, USB pass-through with 2 USB ports, and yeah, it connects up to the USB header on your motherboard for all of that RGB controlling goodness. Alright, what do we got next? We have 8 RGB cables. There is a lot of RGB with this motherboard, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, 8 of them. Alrighty, what do we got next? We have some USB pass-through cables and some PWM stuff for the controller itself. Next up, we got some temperature probes, so you can probe your temperatures. Yeah, good joke, Nick. We have a SATA extension cable, or a SATA extension cable, depending on where you are in the world, and yeah, that's how I pronounce it. SATA. I don't know why I'm trying to be funny today. Next up are some Velcro straps, just in case you're into that kind of thing, if you know what I mean. I mean tying up cables. And last but not least, a piece of paper that basically tells you about everything that I just showed you. Why did I just show you everything? You could have just looked at this piece of paper in the first place. Let's take a look at the other box with all of the other things that come in the motherboard. This is like all of the non-RGB related stuff. What do we got here? 2 more temperature probes to probe yourself. I mean, probe some things. We have a multilingual installation guide for all of the languages. In case it's not in your language, then it's not all of the languages, so it's still a multi-language guide. Come on. We have the manual that tells you how to live your life. That's pretty standard here. Every manual basically tells you how to live your life. You should probably read it. They're good helps. I'm just gonna skim over this stuff because we did it last week. It's exactly the same as what's in the Waterforce board. You can check that out in the top right hand corner right now if you want to see what else was in it. We have the breakout board if you're doing some LN2 stuff on the bench, and yeah, it's got buttons for everything, which is really, really cool. Some people don't want to have a case, and this will be good for that application. And I discovered what this was for. I said it was just a USB stick in last week's video, but it's actually got all the drivers and stuff on it. More motherboard manufacturers need to get rid of CDs and DVDs and give us USB sticks. Alright, let's take a look at the board itself. Let's get it out of that foam box section. And there's going to be an interruption now. Alright, I'm just going to interrupt for a second before we continue, guys. I'm going to cheat here, and I'm going to be a little bit lazy, and I'm going to show you the motherboard layout from the Waterforce board, because the Aorus Xtreme motherboard is essentially the exact same board, with the obvious differences being that the Waterforce has a water block and the Aorus Xtreme has heat sinks. But yeah, they're literally the same board underneath. We've got the front panel audio connector, We have an addressable RGB header, that's a 5V one, as well as a 12V addressable RGB header, and some switches to change BIOSes. We've got the breakout board header, 2 USB 2.0 headers for things like the lighting controller. We've also got a diagnostic LED screen, that will basically tell you if anything's wrong, 3 PWM fan headers, and the front panel connector for all your things like switches and lights and all of that jazz. There's additional power for the PCIe slots, this is very handy with this type of motherboard, and also 6 SATA connectors for your hard drives. There's a USB 3.1 Gen 2 header, a PWM fan header, a USB 3.0 header which is right angled, which is very nice, and the 24-pin power connector which is also on a right angle. I think more motherboards need to actually do this. There's another PWM fan connector, and there's also a button to switch the CMOS settings and to clear the BIOS, and also a power and overclocking button. There's an additional 12V analog RGB header, another addressable RGB header, 2 more PWM fan connectors for CPU fans. There's 2x8-pin CPU power connectors. This is very good since this motherboard is designed for the 9900K, and for overclocking it can pull a lot of power, as well as another PWM fan connector. Like I just mentioned, this motherboard supports the i9 9900K as well as 8th gen and all other 9th gen CPUs on the 1151-2 socket, or generation 2, or whatever they're calling it these days. There's 4 DDR4 RAM slots that support memory speeds from 2133 all the way up to 4400 MHz. There's 3 full-size PCIe slots, the top one is a x16 slot, the middle one is a x8 slot, and the bottom one is a x4 slot. And also you notice there's also 2 x1 slots. There's 3 NVMe M.2 slots, however one slot can only be used for the Intel CNVI wireless modules. On the back side of the board you'll notice there is basically armor plating, and I think this is to reinforce the board. Now this is something I want to see more of this year. I want to see more permanently attached I/O shields. This is brilliant. I love that I don't have to put this in the case and it's always there. You've got the antenna connectors for the integrated Intel CNVI wireless module. You've got 1 Gigabit Ethernet, USB 3.1 and Thunderbolt. Next up is the 10 Gigabit Ethernet, as well as another USB 3.1 port and another Thunderbolt connector. 2 USB 3.0 ports and an HDMI connector. We've got 2 Type A USB 3.0 ports and 3.1 ports. And lastly, we've got that awesome audio interface with the optical output. Very nice stuff. Gigabyte had a little bit of a rocky start with Z370, but they really stepped up their game with Z390. It's almost like they're a completely different company now. I know that we're gonna get the inevitable comment like, oh, ASUS makes this board and MSI makes that board. But guys, we hear you. We've heard it all. We continue to hear you. But ASUS doesn't send us anything, and this is not a video about an ASUS board, and this isn't a comparison of a product that we don't have, so we're not going to talk about it. The Z390 Aorus Xtreme does not come cheap either, just going to put that out there. It comes at an eye-watering $550 or around 900 Aussie dollars. We do have a full build with this guy coming later in the week, so make sure you're subscribed if you want to see that. It's also going to have an i9 9900K.
It's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? i9-9900K. Guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, you know what to do. Tell us what you hated about it. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peek, we seek. And yeah, another i9 build. Yeah, we do Intel stuff, guys, believe it or not. Thanks for watching.